Your administration, Mayor, has claimed that the homicides have been significantly reduced.
Once again, those are the uniform crime reports.
Okay, fine. But the reason why I'm saying that, Mayor, is I happen to live in one of those high crime areas, as you well know.
Master place.
Right, and just 2 months ago, I was almost caught in a crossfire with my wife in a gun battle on our block. We just escaped it by going in the house a few minutes before the gunfire erupted. 2 weeks ago, at 4 o'clock in the morning, gunfire erupted on my block. Fortunately, in neither case was any person hit, though my neighbor's car, whom I had just exited, the next day came and told us she had 2 bullet holes in her engine block that they had fired through the hood. So for us, it's not just a matter of homicides. It's a matter of, fortunately, these guys aren't very good shots, and they don't hit a lot of people. But it's very unsettling to be in your bed or at home and hear gunshots going off in your neighborhood. I'm not, believe me, Mayor, saying that you're responsible for all of the issues, but you often come down to the Ward F Community Center and you say that, your police chief, and you say that crime has been significantly reduced according to the crime statistics. The people in the neighborhood are not impressed by the crime statistics. They still feel, and you made an allusion to that, that, you know, if this is happening to you, you don't particularly care about the crime stats. What I would like to ask you about is why hasn't there been some kind of a crime prevention strategy crafted by your administration and the police department to patrol the streets in such a way as you actually reduce instances like the ones that I just pointed out?
Well, first of all, there is a strategy. There is a comp stat, which we implemented probably 7 years ago, Earl, with our police. It was started in New York under Bill Bratton, took off in Baltimore, and our upper echelon police officers, about 15 of them, went down and watched it in action, and I was there in Baltimore. It was probably 7 years ago. It's been implemented, and the idea is to track crime through computers and to send the troops, the police officers, to areas where crime is happening. They've been doing that. And I want to add something else, Earl. I want to add something else. You look at any major city in this state, all the counties in the state. There's shootings, unfortunately. There are homicides, and check out the closure rate of Jersey City Police compared with any police department in the state of New Jersey. And I will tell you that all of those homicides, I bet you it's 95% or better. Within days, the perpetrator is identified and is brought to justice. That's not happening anyplace else. So that's another thing that our police department does that other departments just can't do. So we're going to continue using CompStat. About 6 months ago, we hired 22 new police officers. Fortunately, we got money to hire 15 of them because we importuned the federal authorities, the congressional people, the U.S. Senate, and our citizens helped us. We went around to community meetings, Earl, all summer, and we prepared letters. We gave them out to the citizens, they signed them, and we mailed them to all of our congressional and Senate representatives in Washington. And I give the participation of the public credit, because we did get money to hire 15, and we thought it was a wise expenditure of taxpayers' money to hire another 7 with our money. And those 22 are dedicated to a police presence, which means they're going to be on the streets, and they are on the streets where people can see them, because we know that's very important. Makes our citizens feel secure, and it also gives a good message to the bad guys. Don't do whatever you're doing here, because there's cops on the street. Steve?
Let me start by saying the closure rate, as referenced on the homicides, on 12 of them. And I think that's a real disconnect from what Earl was talking about as it relates to shootings on his block. I think they're entirely different apples and oranges, because you weren't referencing clearly murders or homicides. You were referencing shootings that make people in their neighborhood feel unsafe. And to reference a closure rate on 12 homicides is not really identifying the question to begin with. The police manpower today is near an all-time low in Jersey City. That is true, that we are a little bit more than 800 police officers. At the peak of this administration, we've had more than in the range of 950. So to give you an idea of where we are as far as manpower goes, when you hire 20 police officers and then you subsequently promote 20 to sergeants, you are not gaining presence on the street. It's just not happening. A year and a half ago, my council colleague, Rolando Lavaro, proposed a plan to have increased visibility on the street with foot patrols, and the administration pushed back aggressively, and it was documented in the Hudson Reporter, it was documented in the Jersey Journal, it was documented in every single outlet. 6 months, now we're in that window prior to the election, all of a sudden, the same manpower exists between then and now, all of a sudden now there's foot patrols. So it is realistic for people to be skeptical. When you ask why is there no plan, and the mayor references, well, for 8 years we have been doing X, Y, and Z CompStat, and it doesn't answer your question, why are we not improving that? One would say that if something is not working, that the community doesn't feel safer, you should probably change that or look to improve that. We have put forward a plan on decentralizing command to hold police accountable, to give them the resources to remove people from desk jobs that have been returned under this administration, to increase visibility on the street, to incentivize police to want to be in patrol. We have outlined all that clearly, concisely. We're the only ones who have done that. The only campaign of the 4 mayoral campaigns that have done that. And I think that says a lot about how we envision Jersey City going forward.